Hello, my name is Diane Martinez, and I am the director of Immigrant HOPE Santa Barbara. We are not only an immigration center, but we are also an education center. As you may or may not know or have discovered, we are just one of many Immigrant HOPE centers. Today I want to explore with you our name Immigrant HOPE, and specifically the word hope. The Webster Dictionary defines hope as a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. When our immigrant neighbors come into Immigrant HOPE, they certainly have a desire for a certain thing to happen. That desire or hope is to have a pathway to an immigration benefit, whether that means legal permanent residency that will lead them on to citizenship, or perhaps DACA, or they're a victim of a crime or violence, and they apply through those avenues. In many situations, there is a barrier to meeting the requirements. Often it is due to unlawful presence in the United States or a criminal act in their past. We must then inform them that what they had hoped for is not possible, and if they apply, it could result in their removal from the country they consider their home, and where many have already started a family. It is difficult sometimes to be the bearer of bad news to people as you see the hope fade from their faces. Yet it is important that they are advised truthfully and correctly. We do not want to give them false hope, which is often the case when they go to someone who is not authorized to do immigration work and will complete and file an application that may set them up for removal or deportation. But let's talk about a different definition of hope. The Bible defines hope differently. Biblical hope is a certainty of God's promise, and its strength is in God's faithfulness to fulfill His promises. Hebrews 10:23 says, "Let us hold unswervingly to the hope that we profess, for He who promised is faithful." Psalms 33:22 says, "The eyes of the Lord are on those who fear Him, on those whose hope is in His unfailing love." When we think about our immigrant neighbors and in light of our current immigration policies, as a country we are not very welcoming, yet there is still hope. There is a better country in which the foreigner is welcome. Let's compare citizenship in these two countries. When a foreigner comes to the U.S. with the hope of becoming a U.S. citizen, he must first have an open pathway to become a legal permanent resident. If he does, the process currently takes up to 2 years to be approved. He must then wait 3 to 5 years to apply for citizenship, in which it currently takes another 1 to 2 years to be approved. By the time they have achieved this goal, they have spent thousands of dollars and waited many years. In comparison, this better country also offers up citizenship. However, the cost was paid many years ago by someone else, so it is a free, gifted application. There is little to no wait time for approval, and the denial rate is 0%. The offer of this citizenship offers forgiveness for your mistakes, and they are now behind you. The promise says, "The plans I have for you are to prosper you, not to harm you, but to give you a hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11. You do not have to put in multiple applications to see the hope of this citizenship fulfilled. A one-time process will achieve a hope that is eternal, an eternal citizenship that is described as a living hope, an inheritance, the Bible says, that can never perish, spoil, or fade, kept in heaven from you, for you. This is the meaning of hope. It is offered through Jesus and His work on the cross for all. No matter what country you were born, by faith we get to come to God through belief in Jesus and receive the forgiveness for our many sins and failures and to put them behind us. To accept the offer of life eternal and a citizenship where all tribes and nations are welcomed. When we look at the certainty of God's promise, His words state that this hope we have is an anchor for our souls. It's firm and it's secure. Hebrews 6:19. God has given us an open, effective door of ministry through Immigrant HOPE, that even when we must deliver the news to one of our neighbors that there is no pathway to citizenship in the United States, God is offering a pathway to eternal citizenship that is firm and secure, one that you do not lose even when you mess up after you become a citizen. In our work, we do not force this decision upon anyone, and they do not have to listen to a message of the gospel to receive services. We ask them if they want prayer and if they are open to talking about this citizenship. It is a choice. God always gives us a choice to choose Him. For those that do, eternal citizenship and a much better country is our destination, and our hope for a better future is received by faith.